Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing?
Good evening. How are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
Good, Mike.
Good evening. I'm fine. How are you?
Great. So we started a little bit late tonight, because of some little technical issues here and there, but we finally made it. All right. So tonight, we are going to we started kind of somewhat last week, where Matthew walked us through his journey, like what he's done so far and how he landed his first role. So tonight he'll be joining us a little bit later, but we have the privilege of going through some of the rounds of interviews that he went through before he landed this role. So kindly stay put, and everybody is going to help contribute, or you take notes. And even if you don't, try to answer these questions, you kind of will be able to practice with that and kind of see what to expect when you are going through your like the different interviews that you'll be going through. So Matt, we'll talk about his role. The title of his role is a bit they power, I think, two or three roles together in one, but still it's very doable. So we are going to be working through that here shortly. You are all welcome to Cyber Chat. I'm Dr. Emmanuel Edu. We do this every Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. We started a bit late tonight, and Austin is going to be my co-pilot. She has some questions that she's going to be asking Matt as we are moving along. So without wasting much time, we are going to get started, and we'll go through our usual spell, some cyber news, and then we'll jump into some of the questions. And then when Matt do join us, he will walk us through what his journey was, right, all the way up to this point. So you're all very much welcome. And tonight we are looking at from a non-IT background to 150 plus remote cybersecurity role. How did Matt do this? He's going to walk us through. So you're welcome. This is brought to you by Eretmis Academy, Cybersecurity Institute based out of New York. And we do this every Friday night. Like I always say, you could have been anywhere uh, on Friday night, but you chose to be here to share in the knowledge. We have started and we are almost around 80. Mostly we are around 80, 100, thereabout, depending on the topic. So you are all very much welcome. Now, about myself, Dr. Emmanuel Ledoux, I'm a PCI, QSA, and many things in cybersecurity aside PCI. I've been in the IT space almost 25 years now. I'm a former United States Army captain. I'm a member of the Forbes Technology Council, and then also the CEO of Eretmis Inc., a PCI QSA company and a cybersecurity consulting firm, and then also the founder of Eretmis Academy, a former professor at University of Maryland Global Campus and CTC as well. And you are all very much welcome. Eretmis Academy, we are authorized partners with CompTIA. And what that means is that we have a 20% discount that we afford to everyone within the Eretmis community if you want to sit for any CompTIA certification. Now, this applies only to CompTIA, right? Other certification bodies, they don't have any program like that. So if they come up with one, we will let you know. Now, for anyone on here, if you've written any of these certifications, every 3 years you have to renew. Uh, and there are two ways to renew. You are either going to use your reset for the exam, or uh, during the 3 years, if you've gone through programs like what we do every Friday night, you can use that towards what they call the continuing educational points or education points. Is CPE, CEU, depending on which certification body we are looking at, right? So if you are in here, you are on this call, you can put uh, hashtag team live. And then, some folks they are adding the dates to it. That way, they can differentiate between last week's and this week's. You can put that in the chat. Just take a screenshot of it, and you should be good. If you compile enough of that, you can use that to renew your certifications, CompTIA, and others as well. So, and for Eretmis Cyber Chat, we have our Eretmis uh, WhatsApp group, and then we have the Cyber Chat WhatsApp group as well. So the general group is there, and then we have the Cyber Chat group. The link will be posted for you to join. Also, we're on YouTube as well. You can join us. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Everything that we do Friday night is posted on YouTube, and we are streaming live on YouTube time now. Right. So now, tonight we are going to be looking at cyber news, and we are not looking at the demand for security professionals, but we are because Matt is going to be here with us and help us walk us through his journey. Right. So for cyber news, there are some interesting insights into the cyberspace. Now, for folks who are of the view that the cybersecurity space is saturated and, is a big hype, is going to go down the hill very soon with the rise of AI and cybersecurity jobs are going to go away. Well, this is a news for everybody who is thinking like that, right? Now, there've been this week, Katsina came up with a study that shows that the cybersecurity spending has jumped from 193 billion in 2024. Now it is projected to, in 2025, it's projected around 213 billion, right? It's also projected to move further to 240 billion by 2026, right? So if you think cybersecurity spending is going down or they are cutting down the jobs, so cybersecurity roles are going to, if these criminals are going to retire and go, watch the sunsets because they've stolen enough, then, there wouldn't be the need for more cybersecurity professionals. But until then, there's always going to be the need. And in the midst of AI, there's an AI that even calls for more security because AI also needs security, right? So what are some of the things driving this increase in spending when it comes to the cyberspace? One, stricter regulations and compliance frameworks that are always coming up. Now, the stricter regulations is not just for our infrastructure and everything that we are doing. Also, on the AI side, there's a lot of governance, risks, and compliance activities that also needs, or a lot of frameworks coming on that side as well. That needs a very strong enforcement, and we need folks to be able to man that as well. Now, the cloud, expanded cloud, because of our activities in the cloud is getting very extensive, we also, that also calls for more increase in the spending, right? And then AI adoption. So adopting AI for the different things that we do, because AI also needs security, right? Now, AI security need is, I'll say, it's even higher or bigger than other normal softwares that we use. Because if your AI, the confidentiality of your AI has been breached, or the integrity has been breached, then you have issues. Because if it is giving you any output, then that output is also, not the best that you're going to get, or it has been influenced by somebody or something, right? So now this increase in spending also because of a lot of security software coming up also in the space of AI. That is, one of the reasons, or some of the reasons why there's this increase in spending. So this is just to let everybody here know that out of this 193 or 213 or 240 billion, organizations, they can spare at least 150, 200K for you, and as a cybersecurity professional, right? So the next one in the shoot is Palo Alto. So Palo Alto, they've announced that they are acquiring CyberArk. So if you've been in the security space for a while, or in IT in general, Palo Alto, they've been around for a very long time when it comes to the networking space, right? They have different types of firewalls and different types of tools now, security tools. Now, CyberArk has also been around for a while. This acquisition is approximately valued around 20 to 25 billion, right? And what does this mean to the cyberspace? Now, there's a good side to this, right? Mostly when there's this big acquisition, there's a lot of issues and problems here. Now, this is one of the largest cybersecurity acquisitions ever. 20, 25 billion, the small money. right? And this also is going to be a big boost in our security in terms of identity and access management, identity and privilege management, IAM space, because these two organizations, that is their main focal business, right? Now, Palo Alto has been doing this for years, right? If not centuries. And CyberArk has also been around for a while. And CyberArk, they are kind of like the modern version, not really if you want to look at it that way, because Palo Alto has a broader base and they do more. But now, this merger is going to really help, security folks or help us to really protect our data and our systems in the IT cybersecurity space, right? And this consolidation is projected to also, draw in more human input in terms of how we will be able to protect ourselves from all types of phishing attacks and other types of attacks where attackers are trying to get our credentials and be able to, beat the identity and access management systems that we have in place, right? So with that being said, we are going to jump into some of the courses that we have, and then I've seen Matt jump in here, so I think we will do either way. We will have Matt, introduce himself and talk to us for a little bit, and then we'll look at some of his questions, and he can give us some more insight into how he went about those questions, right? So, Climb is one of our latest financing partners. If you want to take any of our courses, you can use Climb to finance. They have a very affordable financing, options available. They have very lower interest rate than other organizations that we deal with, and then also really affordable rates for you if you choose to use Climb. Now, our AI governance specialist class, it was scheduled to start last week, later of July, but we had some technical issues, so we that together with Cloud. But I think Cloud will be starting on the 7th. AI governance will start, I think, a week after that. So for folks who are already in the IT space, cybersecurity space, looking to jump into, jump ahead of the AI wave, this is the place to be. Now, this is uh, similar to what you are going to do in GRC, cybersecurity GRC. Now, most roles now, in the foreseeable future, they will be tagging AI governance to cybersecurity analysts, risk analysts, all the cybersecurity roles. So you have to get, in front of this before it becomes too late. Now, for our cloud security, we are starting tentatively on the 7th. And for all folks who have registered for that, all the details will be sent out to you hopefully latest by Monday, right? And then you're going to be given access to the online version of the course and all that as well, right? So kindly stay put if you've not heard anything. They've not sent it out yet. And for folks who are looking to, polish up on how to move in the cloud, how to operate, how to defend our cloud systems and our cloud data in the cloud, our cloud security course. This is arguably one of, if not the best, because it's vendor neutral, and we use all the biggest cloud providers out there, AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, and it's very hands-on. So you're actually going to be working on a lot of projects to polish up how to move in the cloud. And it also comes, so both trainings come with the internship as usual. Now, for folks looking to break into the cybersecurity space, our cybersecurity entry level is a place to be. This is what Matt took, and that is what has landed in his role. So the entry level comes with the GRC internship. That is the second portion of the training, where you get to work on real world projects and, get that working experience that employers are looking for. Now, the first portion, the online portion, gives you a very strong foundation in the cybersecurity space. You don't need an IT background or cybersecurity background to begin. And you are going to hear that from Matt himself. Now, PCI, payment security course, also, we are starting our new class very soon. If you're looking to specialize in a space in GRC, this is one of the best areas and arguably the most lucrative areas in the cybersecurity space in general, right? PCI cuts across borders and boundaries, countries, industries. One of is the only framework that cuts across every single continent and also different industries, government, corporate. It doesn't matter. If you're accepting credit card, debit card information, you are processing, transmitting, or storing, then you have to stay in compliance with PCI DSS. And helping organizations to navigate that is not an easy task. You need to be trained on this to be able to do it. Right now, our last one, the GRC internship and workshop, we started our new cohort already on the 26th. Our very first meeting is tomorrow. So for all folks in this new cohort, kindly be on the lookout. The links that you've received previously, that is what we are using. Now, if you are still on the fence, looking to jump into this, you still have the opportunity to join before tomorrow, right? There are different payments options on the website. Just go to the website, you make your enrollment on there. Now, this program is designed to give you the real world hands-on for you to be able to work and speak to projects that you've worked on in the security space. And like I always say, you can learn theory all you want. You can know different concepts, know different frameworks. If you've never actually used it to do anything, you will be struggling on the job, even if you are given a job without an interview, right? So this is where bare bones, you are going to work on different projects, from conducting an audit, incident response, creating awareness training from scratch, working on policies, procedures, creating new policies, assessing old policies that these companies will have, conducting risk assessment using a risk register, conducting third-party risk assessment. The list goes on, right? So you can learn all these concepts, read different books, self-teach yourself, or self-taught, but if you've never done anything, you've never done anything. And when we talk about your working experience or hands-on experience, it's not just working with tools like Nexus and Qualys. And so you can use Nexus. So what? Can you conduct risk assessments? If you do policy review, Nexus is not going to help you, right? So knowing how to use a tool is good, but really on the job, they want to know what you can do, right? Not just using a tool. So your hands-on is not just using a tool, but actually working on the projects, knowing the tips and tricks, the tactics and the techniques for working on different cybersecurity projects, right? So if you are still on the fence, we encourage you to look into this. Now, our WhatsApp group, the link will be posted, and then our YouTube channel, we encourage you to subscribe, because everything that we are doing is posted on there as well. Now, we know Matt just joined. So Matt, if you are on here, we were going to jump straight into the questions, but if you're on here, we will have you take the lead. And then, because I know there are a lot of questions that, folks wants to, ask. So Matt can take the lead. And if we run out of time, we might probably do the question and answers next week. And, that will be everybody giving their input. And then Matt, who went through this and actually landed a job, can also give his take on, how he saw the question and how he answered it. Right. So hopefully we'll be able to put everything together tonight. If not, then we are going to do the questions next week. So Matt, I'm going to give you the floor. You can kindly go ahead and introduce yourself, and then you can kindly walk us through your journey, why you wanted to switch into cybersecurity. Now you can start with what you were doing, presently before you moved into cybersecurity space, and why cybersecurity, right? So Matt, if you are here, you can take it away.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Adu. God bless you, really good. If I'm permitted to pray for you and your team, thank you so much for all you do. I deeply appreciate you. Now, also, I want to appreciate our cohort, March 2025, because without them, I won't be here today. So my name is Matthew Uwakeme. So I live in Atlanta. I've been working, I have no IT background. So I finished my degree back in Nigeria. So I came here and I went for another degree. But it's not in IT, but in health care management. So when I came here, I got a job in Amazon. So I started working as their safety, health, and environmental manager. in Amazon. So when I started working, but the schedule was so unbearable for me and my family because I have to work overnight, like very early in the morning. I have to go to work like 2 a.m. in the morning, resume 3 a.m. in the morning, then come back by 1 p.m. So I'm always very, very tired. I can't sleep well. Then when I come back, I don't have time for my children. I'm just so like, how long will I do this? Um, but a time came when I sat down. I said, no, I can't continue this way. I need something that will help me, that I can do in the long run, and also that can help me to spend more time with my family. So I decided to, I was just looking at Facebook on one fateful day, and I saw Dr. Adu's advertisement. I was like, this is a flyer. So what really had, called my attention to that flyer was the fact that they wrote there job placement assistance. I said, wow, okay. So they will teach us and help us to get a job, prepare us to get a job. This is good. So I decided to call Dr. Ado this year, 2025, February. So I called Dr. Ado. I said, oh my God, this is what I'm passing through. And so I need to shift to cybersecurity. I think I just want to, because of my family, and I believe that I can sit down and go through the program and learn from the scratch. I believe that you can actually help me. So Dr. Adu said, no problem, that they have so many candidates or so many students that actually in the same shoe with me. So I decided to start the program February this year. So the class, the entering level, cybersecurity, the entry level. So I started the class. So what actually helped me was to pay attention to Dr. Adu, because Dr. Adu systematically taught me through that particular course how to relate with those, technology, with those networking terms and cybersecurity terms with real life examples. So I felt so at home. I loved those videos. I watched them even after I was done with my internship. I went back to those fundamental courses. Then I looked at it again because it makes me so exciting to listen to Dr. Adu going through those particular, those courses. And so I pay more attention to the networking aspect, which is the module 5. Then anything but Dr. Adu asks us to do, I make sure I do it. Then I also pause it. I pause it sometime and do personal research on those things just to get more knowledge about those things. I think that's what actually helped me in those videos. So then there are some tools that Dr. Adu taught us to ask us to download from the website of those company. I took my time. I didn't even have to skip it. I just took my time to download them the way Dr. Adu asked us to do it, step by step. And luckily for Dr. Adu, and luckily for me, Dr. Adu said we should submit those things that we were doing. So I sent multiple emails to him, submitting my assignment step by step. I took my time to go through it step by step. So then at the end of the whole program, for the entry level cybersecurity program, so I reached out to Dr. Adu. I said, I'm done. So Dr. Adu said, okay, so you'll be joining the cohort that will be starting on March 29th. I remember very well, 29th of March. So I said, okay, no problem. Every Saturday. Now, I don't know if some of my mates are here. If you are here, you can testify to it. During our internship, I was 100% involved. Like, if anybody is having any issue, I will reach out to the person on personal level. Midnight, we are on it in our internship. In the afternoon, in the morning, some of them had to call me and say, "Are you not working?" I said, "Yeah, I'm working, but I need a change in my life. I can't continue this way." So I reach out to them. If they are having issues, I reach out to them. We design together. We did research together. We did the policy, we did the third party risk management, the risk assessment, incident response. We did most of the project together, step by step, and we had to present it. We were given a week to present all our each of our projects. So I know some of my mates are here, so I was part of everything that they were doing. It looks as if, and I thank God for all my leaders, George, Francis, Stanley, James, my attorney, Charlotte, and some others too, Dotun, I can still remember Frank. Yeah, so my team, I really appreciate them. They actually there is this oneness. We saw ourselves as a family. So we relate together. We went through challenges together. We were confused together. We brainstormed together. We came back together. We spent hours upon hours. Even my wife was like, "That is your second wife now." My wife was telling me, "That's your second wife. That's your wife now." I said, "Yes, just let it. Just this time, I need to pay more attention." My children, they just say, "Oh, daddy, anytime I'm not having meeting, because I have meeting every day with either one person or with the team." So they're like, "Daddy, are you not having meeting today?" So they got used to me having meeting every day. So to cut the long story short, I started applying when I finished when we did the first project in our internship. We did the second project. We did the third project. That is when I said, okay, I think I can hold these three projects. I can lay my hand on them. I can say something about it. And so I started applying. So luckily for me, I was invited for an interview. So I reached out to Dr. Ado, and the money was not that very encouraging, but I was excited that they actually invited me for an interview. So when Dr. Ado saw the way the job description, everything, he said, no, you deserve more than this. And that actually changed my mentality that, oh my God, I was excited that I'm going to, I'm going to go for this interview and get this job. And Dr. Adu looked at the paycheck, he said, "You are more than this." I said, what did he know about me? I said, what kind of man is this? How did he know that I'm more than this? And truly, I didn't know that I was more than that. So, but when he said that, I was challenged. So I went for the interview. I just relate with them. They said I'm not the kind of person they are looking for. I said, no problem, because they were just looking for a cybersecurity analyst, just one person, not working with a team, just an individual that will be working, in that company. So I said, they said that I'm not the kind of person they are looking for. So I said, no problem. So I continue my internship. So I went to the fourth one. I went to the fifth one together with my team. Then we did cybersecurity awareness, where we began to explain technical issues to non-technical audience. That was how Doctor actually, asked us to put it, that we should make it more simple, as we are talking to people that they are not technically sound. So I think the internship actually prepared me very well, create this boldness in me, in be able to come together with a team of 9 people and present a huge project within a week. That is so fantastic for me. So it opened up my boldness. I was able to present in some of the projects. But if I'm not presenting, you can ask my team, George and Francis. They happens to be the group leader. I'm always at the background working. In fact, there was a time I was in a program. They had to pull me out of the program to do something for the team. I had to leave the program just to support the team for that presentation for that day, not knowing that hard work pays with time. When I paid attention and I worked with everybody, it wasn't conducive. I will be able to work with one another, but we make sure that everything was done perfectly. So After the internship, we had our graduation. Then doctor spoke to us and told us we should keep on applying and at least apply 3 to 4 times in a day. Don't apply too much. Don't spend more time applying like 12 opportunity. Just apply for 3 or 4 opportunities in a day. So I'll be doing that. In fact, my team and the team can actually bear me witness. Sometimes I invite them. Let's start applying together. Let's do that together. So luckily for me, I was invited for this interview. The job title happens to be something that is very fundamental, because you have to know your fundamentals very well. Is cybersecurity network governance engineer. Okay, so cybersecurity network governance engineer. So, and that alone, the title alone tells you that I'm going to be working with people that are the network security engineer teams. I'll just be making sure that their configuration, their security configurations, and also is in line with compliance. So they are making sure that just to regulate all what they are doing to make sure that it's up to standard. So I went for the first round. I was invited by the recruiter, reached out to me, and so he set me up, asked me a couple of those basic questions. Then he moved to the next. He told me that okay, in the next 2 days will be the follow up interview, the next stage, the second stage. So he invited a very, very knowledgeable and technical Indian man. When you say Indian man, if you're into IT, you understand what that means. So the guy just came in. He didn't even allow me. He didn't even tell me to introduce myself. He said, "Matthew, I know you. Okay, so we're just going to screen you. We have so many candidates," and he just went ahead. Ba 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 ba. As he started, he said I should explain my experience with Palo Alto and also similar firewall technology, and how do you audit and optimize rule sets. So now in my entering level cybersecurity course that I took with Dr. Adu helped us to systematically, gave us a background of each firewall, because he taught us different type of firewall. He taught us the next generation firewall. He taught us the legacy firewall, which is the traditional firewall. So to compare, he taught us stateful and stateless. Some of us, if you're in that class, you will know what I'm talking about. So he taught us about stateful and stateless. He taught us about NAT. He taught about TCP, FTP. He taught us about all these protocols. There was a place, in fact, I know that's modem 5. Dr. Adu actually went deeper into all those protocols, because that's where they started with me. They started asking me about those protocols. If they are using TLS 1.0, what is my recommendation as a cybersecurity analyst? So I told them you can't use 1.0, and so you need to use the updated version 1.2 or 1.3. The guy was impressed, like, oh my God, that's good. So I said you can also use SSH2. Then also they asked me that they are using FTP, that what is my recommendation? I told them you can use secured STP. That would be better than the FTP. So they were so impressed. So they asked me about what is firewall, what is the limitation of a firewall. So I explained those basic questions to them. Then they asked me about how to conduct audits, risk management assessments. I know they're still going to ask me, so I'm just walking us through. So there was a time in this interview they were telling me, man, Matthew, calm down. Make your answer be very simple. You are too detailed. We don't want you are taking, when you ask a question, you are very detailed. Just give us, we know you are good at it. You are good. So So they also asked me to describe a time you identify a misconfigured firewall rules that posed a security risk. And so what was my approach? So I told them why conducting IT firewall rules for a client during a quarterly review. I noticed an overly permissive rules allowing unrestricted outbound traffic from the DMZ to the internal network. So DMZ is what doctor actually taught us about the DMZ. And so I did my research because I always pause those videos and do my own research just to get to know what doctor is saying because of my non-IT background. So the first interview went, the second interview, they said, "Wow, Matty, you are doing well. How are you doing?" So so they started asking me about the frameworks. Okay, so what is your process for assuring network segmentation aligned with compliance framework like NIST or ISO 2700? And ISO 2700 and NIST is what we use every week, for almost 2 months for our project. We use it. We use CIS controls 1 to 16. And so we've gone through in and out. Doctor just told us to get ourselves familiar with those frameworks. And I just began to tell them that while preparing for ISO 2700 certification at my middle, at my work, because I have the certifications. So I said my role is to actually to lead the segmentations audit and also enforce control that aligns with ISO 2700 and NIST 853 standard. So I began to map the current network architecture. Then I began to explain into details. Then I classified the system by sensitivities, the PI, the admin system, the guest assets. Then I work with the compliance team to translate NIST and also ISO requirement into firewall policies. Then I implemented VLAN and also ACL, because VLAN is what doctor has actually told. That one is the virtual local area network. Then we have the ACL. Doctor also taught us to isolate the system. Then we enforce deny all policy and also exception based allowed. And also we use misconfigurations for sensitive workload. So I actually explained those things to them, just making sure it's very simple and very well elaborate for them to actually comprehend. So that is how I got to the last section, the last stage, where I met with my manager that I will be working with, and the senior manager to my manager, the boss of my boss. So two of them, they did the final. They're supposed to be behavioral and situational interview, but they turn it into technical. So they actually apologized and said, we've heard a lot of things about you, that your basic is very strong and all that. I said, yeah, thank you so much. So they said, okay, we have a couple of questions for you. Can you walk us through the methodology for pre and post change interview policy, change firewall policy reviewed? So I started telling them that in my previous company, firewall changes impact services across multiple business units. And so I began to explain I was responsible for ensuring each firewall rules change was validated both and after implementation. Then with minimal impact and high visibility. Then I talked about the pre-change process involved reviewing the change ticket for justification, source and destination, IP addresses, protocol, and expiring date. So and so on. I just began to let me just round up now as we maybe there's any question. So then my manager said, Matthew, you're going to be reporting to me, and so and this is my box. then they now said, do you have any question for me? So I just asked them 3 questions, and they said, no, Matthew, it's okay. You got the job already. So you'll be coming in to help us in this team. So I asked them, one of the first questions I asked them was that, what are the challenges the team is facing, has faced in the past and is facing presently? So they told me about the challenges. Then I asked them, what are the metrics that you use to evaluate success, you know, in the next 6 months. So then they told me, okay, so you're going to come around and we're going to teach you and let you know, get used to the company's culture and all that, get to understand whatsoever that is we have here going on and all that. So I said, no problem. Then I asked them, what are the opportunities for career development? So wow, they were surprised. Then after asking that question, they don't ask me a question that they want to ask me a question that, do I know anything about PCI? Oh my God, I felt. So I said, yes, I know something just about payment, making sure that our payment is secured. They were so amazed that, so you know about PCI? I said, yeah. So I know about PCI. And I said, okay, good. Let him come in. So we'll be expecting you soon. Okay. So that's when I know I got the job. So after a couple of hours, I received a call from my recruiter saying that congratulations. So I said, say it again. I said to my recruiter to say it again. To say it again. So he said, now, Matthew, we want you to give us your verbal, approval for your offer. That we have an offer for you now. Quickly, before we send you, the written offer, before you send an email, we want you to give us your verbal. So he just quickly read it and mentioned the name of my salary, my annual income. I was surprised if he's talking to me. I said, are you still talking to me? He said, yes. So when he mentioned the name, I was surprised because I felt I do not, I'm so sorry, guys. I just felt I should start in a, I just felt I should start, in a, like 120 or 110, this, I just felt, but he just put him out again. So I said, okay, I accept. He said, come, yes, thank you so much. Within a few minutes, she sent me the job description, and that's how everything started. So yeah, and the background, the drug tests, then setting up of my account by logging in, and also because it's actually a remote job, so I'll be working from home. I was actually, and it's a full-time job. So, and I reached out to doctor that, hey, congratulations to me, and congratulations to doctor, I've gotten a job. And doctor, thank God, doctor knows the company very well because he works with the company. So one way or the other. So thank you so much, guys. Any question for me, doctor, please?
Yes. So as Matt was going through, sitting back, taking myself out of the equation, I was thinking, is Matt sure he just started this in February? With all the technical stuff he's talking, I'm like, myself, I'm like, this is BS. No, this guy has been doing this for a very long time, and he's just posing to be a newbie. Is Matt, like, is it really true you started? I mean, even myself, I can't believe it. Is it true you started, in February of this year
Yeah. So
with
yeah. So
nothing?
I quitted my job. So
Okay,
I stopped working. Yeah. So I was doing this school full time.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. But congratulations, Matt,
Yeah.
and just how you answered your questions and everything that you're saying. I think everybody on here can attest to the time and effort that you put into this, developing yourself up to this stage, right? It doesn't come easy.
Yeah.
If it's easy, everybody would have been a security professional working from home making 200K plus, right? It's not easy, but it's doable. That is the key word, doable. Everybody can do it. It's a matter of who wants it badly, right? So I know there are a lot of folks out there selling all sort of stuff. You get your job in 45 days or less. Yes, even if they get you the job, what are you going to do on the job if you don't know your stuff, right? That is where, at that point, you become they are paying you to have a high blood pressure, right? Just to give you heart attack.
Yeah.
So the money they are paying you is not for you to, take care of your family, but to kill you, right? Because you don't know what you're doing and you're always at the edge of your seat, panicking, and you don't want that. So, congratulations, Matt, and really, I'm really proud of you, and also proud of your whole entire team. And some of Matt's team members are here from the GRC internship, so they can also probably maybe speak to what Matt is speaking about because they all started the internship together with Matt. So maybe speak to some of his work ethics and stuff that he was speaking to. But I'm going to, whilst we are waiting for maybe George and others to have a word or two, Osin, please get ready. Osin is currently one of the leads in our current internship GRC. So they have a lot of questions for Matt, right? So they've been bombarded. They are going to be bombarding you. And for the current GRC internship group, not the one that is starting, we're probably going to have Matt come in, have a session which informal session with the group, talk to the group. Also, that way we can pick his brain more. And then we bring other folks also as well, Michael and them and others, some of the old veterans also to, kind of for you to pick their brain. Right. George, you can kindly take the floor and then we'll give Osin the floor to ask some of her questions.
Good evening, Doc. Good evening, everyone. This is George Owusu-Berima. Currently, I'm in Ghana, and I was part of the cohort 2025 March, and I was their group lead. And congratulations, Matt. I'm very happy. I'm so happy for you. You deserve it. You really deserve it. It gives me joy, and because you worked hard, you really worked hard. Sometimes you're like, this guy, what is wrong with him? There sometimes you really want to escape the Zoom meetings. Sometimes you want to be late, you want to escape, you want to have your peace. This course will bombard you. Matt, you worked hard. I'm so happy for you. And whatever folks who are here, whatever Matt is saying is true. If you put energy and you dedicate your time to it, it's doable, as Dr. was saying. So that's the little thing I would say. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, George. So, Osin, please go ahead.
Yes, absolutely. So congratulations, Matt. Thank you so much for sharing your story. It's very inspiring for those with non-technical backgrounds like myself and some of my other peers that we're currently, as Dr. Zhu rightly said, we're currently in our internship. We'll probably be rounding up in a couple weeks. And so we are very much excited to jump out there. I'm sure some of has been doing it already and start applying. And I'm always so fascinated to hear and thank you for the context and the background of you stating like how you kind of like left everything. That was a huge sacrifice, and I'm sure it was very scary considering you have a family and you have a lot of mouths to feed, and really just was able to focus and get what you need. And your healthcare background obviously meant a lot, and I'm sure you were able to bring it in with you, with your experiences. So I guess my first question is like, how were you able to use a healthcare experience to really prop up like the experiences that you have in cybersecurity and not let that be something that is secondary, if that makes sense. Considering that's not cybersecurity, however, it was, I'm sure, it was very much valuable, and it really did help you with your transition. So can you talk more about how you were able to transition and merge your healthcare experiences into preparing for a more technical cybersecurity position?
Yeah, thank you so much. In my transition from healthcare management to cybersecurity, so I use my healthcare background as a strong foundation to understand compliance, risk, and also data protection. So in my healthcare, I work with sensitive patient data. So I had to follow strict restrictions like IPA. Then this experience actually helped me quickly to understand the importance of data privacy, regulatory compliance in cybersecurity. Then I was already familiar with risk assessment, policy creation, and also process documentation from my healthcare work. Then these skills helps me to transfer directly to cybersecurity tasks like policy review, risk analysis, and compliance audits. So for instance, I would say that in healthcare, I often had to assess risk to patient data and also recommendation control, and also in cybersecurity. So I use the same approach to assess network risk and also suggest firewall or segmentation control. Then my experience working with cross functional teams in healthcare, like the doctors, the nurses, the administrators, and also helped me to collaborate with IT, security, and business team in cybersecurity projects. So I leverage my healthcare knowledge to understand the unique security needs of healthcare organizations, such as protecting electronics health record, and also ensuring secured communication between systems. So my this background actually made me comfortable with regulatory frameworks like IPA, Next, and so ISO 2700, which is also important in cybersecurity governance. So overall, my healthcare experience gave me a strong understanding of compliance, risk management, and also teamwork, which I build on with technical skills in firewalls, auditing, and also network security engineering. And this combination actually helped me to help me help my transition is smoother and allow me to add value quickly to cybersecurity roles.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for the explanation. I just have one or two more questions. I know others may want to ask questions as well. So I
Okay.
really do appreciate that. And it does make sense considering, like Dr. Zoo said, it seems like you've already kind of like made for this. And it seemed like your past role just nicely
Yeah.
laid it out for you on a plate, right? So I'm just asking, but like in your current role, what percentage or what would you say is like what percentage is of your work mostly related to like the technical versus the non-technical? I know we hear a lot about how soft skills and to your point, management is extremely important, but I'm just curious, especially working from home and being remote, like how
Mhm.
much do you think you depends on your technical skills versus your soft skills? If you can just kind of give like a, just a general perspective of percentage or like over like your day to day.
Okay. Thank you so much. So in my current role as a cybersecurity network governance engineer, I would say my work is about 60% technicals and also 40% not technicals, like the soft skills and management. So my technical side includes tasks like reviewing and also approving firewall change requests and also auditing firewall rules and configurations. Um, Technical includes performing risk analysis on network traffic and segmentations, and also using tools like Palo Alto, Cisco ASA, Splunk for monitoring and troubleshooting. Then also automating, using automation for compliance and tracking, like the SharePoint and the Power Automate. Then for the not technical side, it's also very important, but it includes communicating with different teams, security, application, business, stakeholders to understand requirements and explain risk to them. Then documenting findings, writing report, and also preparing for audit readiness. And also we see here managing projects, tracking remediation efforts, and also ensuring everyone follows governance processes, and using soft skills to resolve conflicts, negotiating or negotiate solutions, and also build trust with stakeholders. Working remotely actually has helped me to really even more have a clear communication, collaboration, and also self-management to keep projects on track, and also maintain strong relationship with my team. And so both technical and non-technical skills are crucial, very critical for success. But in my experience, the technical side is slightly more, especially when it comes to hands-on security, engineering and troubleshooting. But I will not be doing that. However, the soft skills are what makes the technical work effective and help to drive the project forward. So I would say 60 and 40.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And so you did so well, like explaining a lot of the other things that I was wondering about in your responses. I really appreciate your detailed responses. I guess my in retrospect, you had the job. So again, congratulations. But if there's any questions that you could like help us like have some more insight that you wish you would have asked, or you've seen a lot of in your your various interviews prior to you getting having a job, can you like give us some insight on like what are some you know things that we really need to learn about or know about, and maybe were there any missed questions that you really wish you would have prepared better for, that can give us some insight and help us who are looking and preparing for our interviews at this moment.
Oh, thank you so much. There are some key topics and questions that comes up often in cybersecurity interview. So it includes number one, explain how to review and audit like firewall rules for compliance and security, like describe your success or the process for risk assessment, and how you document and also communicate risk to the stakeholders. Then number three is maybe detailing how you handle policy exceptions and also remediate tracking. I would say another one is discussing your experience with regulatory frameworks like NAICS, like ISO 27701 or IPA. Then also giving examples on how you collaborate with other teams to resolve security issues. That is the cross-functional team. Then explain how you also automate or improve governance workflow, for example, using SharePoint and also other tools. Then walk through a real incident response and audit scenario you handle, because that's one of the project we did. How to walk someone through. You must learn how to walk someone through step by step on how something is or how a project is done. Like that was one of the questions they asked me during my interview. Walk me through how risk assessment is done. And so they are even specifically they asked me using risk register. So the first question is, where did you get risk register from? So you want to get it from one of the framework. So I think Dr. Ado actually taught us that step by step on how to get those risk register from a framework. We use the CIS control. We went to their website and we were able to pull it out from download it, and we started using it for our risk assessment. So you must learn how to walk somebody through. You must learn step by step how to walk somebody through a project. For instance, I was asked how to walk them through incident response scenario and what's actually my role in that particular incident report. And Dr. in one of our projects told us that he is going to be walking into our meeting. So he's just going to be listening to us, and we're able to come up with that project where we were just talking to ourselves why we assumed that doctor was with us. And so that actually helped me to prepare for my interview. Every project you do in these academies is preparing you for a real environment workplace. I want you to know that. So you have to pay attention to every detail, ask questions. It's good to be confused. You disagree to agree. Learn to do that. Disagree to agree. So I know George and Charlotte, Stanley, everyone, James can actually bear me request. Sometimes we disagree to agree. So you must have a very deep technical questions on complex issues. Have a fundamental knowledge about networking. So the fact that you want to go into cybersecurity, your networking aspect must be very sound. That means you must do your own work. If you go through the entrance level cybersecurity program, you will see how step by step Dr. Adu, we take you through. So you pause those video and do your research. Pause the video and do your research. Pause your video. What I did was to develop notes. I developed a lot of notes. I will pause it and Google and try to understand. Go to YouTube. Because nobody is push a doctor. The video is always there, so we just take your time to get to know them. So also my advice is to practice star answers for both technical and soft skills scenario. So what does that mean by star? Situation, task, action, and results. Situation: what was the situation? What was the task? What was the objective? What was your own role, the action? So what was the result? And that result must have a percentage. You don't just say, okay, everything work well. Then how many percentage? Then you talk about billions of dollars. You talk about millions of dollars. So we're able to get 1.6 billions of dollars. We're able to do this. You talk about percentage. I was able to get 75% of this, of that. So then be ready to explain not just what you did, but why you did it, and also what impact was the project. What was the impact? Then prepare examples to show both your technical expertise and also your ability to communicate and work with others. For instance, in my own team, we had issues with one of our team members, and that actually helped me during my interview. How do they handle it? We're reaching out, trying to settle. Then you must always, when it comes to conflict, when you go through the entry level cybersecurity program, there's a place that talks about conflict. Dr. Ado taught us about how to handle conflict, have a deep understanding about conflict. And so you must also say this, that your goal is to listen to both sides and also have a win-win. So it's not lose-win, but win-win. Make sure, when I said that, the manager just smiled. I said, yeah, I love that. So review the latest trend in cybersecurity. Make sure that especially those relevant to the company or the industry you are applying to. Then also be well prepared, both technical and behavioral questions, because for instance, I was asked to come for a behavioral and institutional interview. And before you know it, they started apologizing to me that I'm sorry, they're going to ask me some technical questions. So you have to be ready. They just want to get you off your feet, but you don't want to allow them to do that. So when you do the work, it will show. It will show. It will show. There's no shortcut around it. So thank you.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much. Really appreciate you answering my questions. They were really insightful,
Thank
and
you.
it's really going to help me on my journey. And I'm sure all of us as well. So thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right. Dr. Tu?
Yes, Matt, there's a question on YouTube, and somebody's asking, how did you integrate your health background on your resume for this role?
Oh yeah, that's simple. That was what she asked earlier. So I highlighted my experience with regulatory compliance in health, such as working with IPA, and I also connected it with similar requirements in cybersecurity like NIST. So if I can work on hyper, I can work on NIST, right? It's does the same thing. So if I can work on hyper, I can work on ISO 2700. So I also emphasize my skills in risk assessment, policy creation, and also process documentation, then showing how these are valuable in both health and also healthcare and also in cybersecurity. So I included examples of managing sensitive data and also preventing patient information, which directly relates to data security in cybersecurity rules, right? So I also describe cross-team collaborations with healthcare profession and linking it to working with IT security business teams in cybersecurity projects. So I also use bullet points to show my transferable skills, such as conducting risk assessment and also recommending controls. So I also ensure compliance with strict regulations, also documenting processes and also creating policies. So I tailor my resume to show that my healthcare experience gave me a strong foundation in compliance, in risk management, and also teamwork, and all of which are critical in cybersecurity. So by connecting my healthcare achievements to the needs of cybersecurity role, I demonstrated that my background was an asset, not a limitation.
Nice. And so Dr. Du, I think there was another question regarding certifications. Where did you find that you needed or do you have any cybersecurity certifications? And if not, did you find that that was like a challenge for you?
I must be I want to be sincere with us.
Okay.
Certification is very important. We can't overlook it. But I have several cybersecurity certifications. So
Okay.
yeah.
Can
So
you kind of tell us like in general, like what was the
yeah,
most advanced? Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I have the Palo Alto Network certification, network security engineer, which is PCNX. But you don't need that. It's just that I just decided to grab that. Then I have Security Plus. I have AWS too. So I have ISO 27001. Then I have for other firewall too. So I have the one for FortiGate, Fortinet certifications 1 to 3. And so I have the one for Cisco too, which is CCNA. But you don't need that for GRC though. But those are the networking guys. But for me to actually, I want to, what my job now is to come in as a GRC guy working with the networking team with but they need someone that is not just purely GRC, just purely network. They need someone that has both understanding of both the networking aspect and also the GRC combined, and that happens to be someone like me. So that's how they gave me the job.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Oh, I'm
but
sorry.
I
There's
think
one
that
other
was
question.
yes. Go ahead, Rosen.
Yeah, there was one other question that someone asked in the chat. Were you given the role that you actually applied for? I know sometimes thing and it come out being another, but how closely aligned was the role that you applied for, your actual job that you're working now?
Yeah, so during when they gave me the offer, the role I got actually was closely aligned with the position I applied for. So I applied for the cybersecurity network governance engineer. So what it does is that it focused on firewall governance. So my actual job matches with this description. So I review and also audit firewall rules. And so doctor taught us about firewalls and what they do. So I actually have a very strong background on firewall because I paused those videos, then I went deeper and deeper into those topics. So review and audit firewall rules and also manage network segmentations, then also handling compliance tags, and also work with different teams to address security risk. So I also have some additional responsibility, more involving in automated governance workflow, because there are so many tools they have, and they want to migrate from using manual workflow to using tools to run their data.
Nice. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yes, Charles, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I was trying to unmute myself. So,
Yeah,
Matthew, thank you so much, and congratulations for the new job.
thank you.
My question is, I have a hard time to find like a good remote cybersecurity related job. Do you have any tips or any good website you use to get the position? That's my only question I have.
Thank you so much. Thank you. When we're rounding up our internship, doctor took us through a section where he asked us to work on our LinkedIn account. This job I didn't apply for it. It was a reach out from a LinkedIn after they've looked at my profile, and the recruiter reached out to me and say, "Hey, we have a job that is aligned with your background. What do you think? Are you interested? It's a full-time job and it's a remote job. So make sure that there's a tool, yeah, you can use on your LinkedIn. You can, but I don't want to advise you to limit yourself to remote job alone. You can have hybrid, or you can have on-site. They can, do you know, they can change on-site to remote after a couple of months. So they can change on-site role to remote. They can change hybrid role to remote. So you just want to be open-minded. Getting a job is the most important thing, so you can work around it. So, but work on your LinkedIn, then use Indeed, and then maybe you want to click on the search button and click remote cybersecurity job. You can use Dice. You can use cyber job.com. But what I use basically is, there are three things that I use. I use LinkedIn. My LinkedIn is always very busy because when I learn anything, I post it there. So I'm very active on LinkedIn. And also I use Glassdoor and Indeed. That's it. Those are the three things. LinkedIn, Indeed, and Glassdoor. But you can use other means, other platform.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. For the LinkedIn one, you use the free one or you use the pay one?
The free one. I use the free one, my brother.
Yeah.
Pay 1K.
Yeah,
I
but
use the free one.
yeah, I want to say
Yeah.
something. Many people, they are like, I don't know, they don't want to use LinkedIn, and they maybe deactivate their account. I would say the thing is just because someone hit to me from LinkedIn. It was wanted me to apply to their company from the LinkedIn.
Yeah.
The only thing they pay was, it was not good like the one I want.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna encourage everybody to, to activate the LinkedIn, and just make your LinkedIn match your resume and put everything you have, everything your project or your certification over there, I think LinkedIn you can find something good too. Thank you so
Yeah,
much for sharing.
you're welcome. Thank you.
All right, Matt. So the next question will be about tools. During your interview process,
Yeah.
what tools? I mean, obviously, you are not going to know all the tools they are using on the job, but what was their take on the tools? Were they disappointed you didn't know maybe a tool they were using, and but eventually you still got a job. So what was their take on tools?
Okay. Thank you so much. Um, so they asked me about a couple of tools. What they just want me to know about those tools is a couple of the security policy, how to configure security policy, so that once I understand what that means, I'll be able to know how whether they are in compliance or not. So, but it's not always necessary to know every single tools listed in the job description. So during my interview, there were tools I was less familiar with. So, but I focus on showing strong knowledge on core tools like Palo Alto, Cisco, Splunk, very important Splunk. I was able to tell them how to use Splunk because I was taught during the entry level cybersecurity program by Dr. Adu. So and then Dr. Adu also went in and taught us about a couple of tools like NAP. So we looked at that too. Then I said certain things about those tools. I explained how I can quickly learn new tools by using documentation or online courses or hands-on practices. So so I also give them the example on how I also adapted to new tools in my past job. Then such as learning Power Automate to improve governance workflow. So I also emphasize my working problem solving skills and ability to transfer knowledge from similar tools. For instance, moving from one firewall platform to another. So the interviewer understands that no one knows every tools. So no one knows all the tools, but they value candidates who can learn fast and they are open to new technology. So I was being honest about what I know, and I was confident in my ability to learn, and also most importantly, than knowing every tools perfectly.
Great. Thank you, Matt. So any questions
Yeah.
for Matt? I know there are some in the chat that have been answered already. If you have any questions, you can raise your virtual hand. And we are just going to run really quick through some of the questions that Matt gave us. We will take more time and go through this. So Matt went through 4 rounds. So first round was technical screening, and he went through governance and compliance interview. He went through stakeholder and workflow optimization, and then the leadership or the panel interview, which ended up being also kind of a technical interview slash behavioral, side. So some of the questions, and then also Matt, was kind enough to let us know who interviewed him for the technical side. So these are some of the questions. He kind of mentioned some of these. We will take time and go through them, hopefully next week. And also for governance for the second round, governance and compliance interview by the compliance and governance lead or the compliance manager. These were some of the questions that he went through, right? And then okay, so we will go through round 3 and round 4, right? But I think they put some of the courses that we offer on here. So Climb, one of our financing partners, if you want to take any of our courses and you want to finance it, Climb is one of the best financing options out there. Our AI governance class starting sometime this month. If you're looking to do GRC in the AI space, now this is gradually becoming part of your job as a cybersecurity professional. So look into this. This also comes with internship as well. And then the cloud security starting tentatively on the 7th of August for folks already registered, all the information is going to be sent out. Also comes with internship and a lot of hands-on. Now, this is what Matt went through, the cybersecurity entry-level course. That comes with everything, the training, the hands-on, working with some of the tools, and then you jump into the internship where you actually work on different cybersecurity projects as well. And then the job placement where we help guide you through like everything that Matt talked about. And then for PCI, what Matt was talking about, they asked him if he knew about PCI, and they're impressed. He knew some stuff about PCI. So for our PCI compliance, payment security compliance program, for folks like Matt and others, who already have landed their roles, always come back and add to what you have. Improve on your toolbox, the skills you have in your toolbox. You have to always improve on it. For the PCI course, if you're looking to also specialize in arguably the most lucrative niche in the security space, we encourage you to look into this. And then this is the final part of the entry-level course that Matt did. And for everybody else, if you have a degree in cybersecurity, you are working on some cybersecurity certification or some training, but you've never actually worked on any real-world projects, this is the place to be, right? You can only learn and memorize theory and concepts. It will get you only so far, right? You have to actually do something. If Matt had not done anything, I don't think he would have been able to, land this role. Even if he did land the role, now he has to do the job, right? And are you going to ask your manager how to conduct risk assessment or how to do policy review? They are not going to teach you that, but they'll teach you the tools and how they use it. They'll orient you on the job, but they're not going to teach you how to do your job as a security professional, right? So round 3, we went through, Matt went through stakeholder and workflow optimization by the programs manager. And then also so these are some of the questions that we will take our time and look through these questions. And then round 4 was leadership, and this was supposed to be the behavioral health. So this was with the director of cybersecurity and CISO, and it ended up being a technical interview, right? And then these are some of the questions also as well, right? Now, if you have any questions for Matt, you can also bring it up. But overall, what I want us to take from Matt. So Matt, if you had to do this all over again, right? For somebody who is starting like you started, what is going to be your advice?
Oh my God. Okay. What would be my advice is to make sure that you unlearn to relearn, in the sense that what you have learned in the past can be a limitation to what you're about to learn here. And so you focus on building hands-on projects, lab, and also be open to work with tools and frameworks. More importantly, then I would say don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to apply for any jobs at all. Once you met the requirement, so show your willingness to learn and to adapt. So I don't surely, yeah, those are the things I do have.
Okay, Matt. And in terms of the application process, you've been told no maybe 1 or 2 times.
Yeah.
In terms of resilience, being resilient and keep pushing,
Yeah.
what is your take on that also as well? And overall, is it worth the time and the effort that you put in?
Yes. Thank you so much, Doctor. Resilience is an important, very important in job application process, especially in cybersecurity where competition is high. So I faced several rejection before landing my current role. So each no was a learning opportunity for me. So after each rejection, I review my interview performance, then I update my resume, then I also improve my technical and soft skills. Then I make sure that I stay positive and also persistently, connecting with others to know how they are doing, and also, discussing what you are, the rejection you are facing. Then that we keep you, keep you fresh, and keep you that you're not the only one in this particular process of rejection. So you keep on applying and preparing, and even though it was discouraging, so networking and connecting with others in the field also provides support and new opportunities. So every rejection brought me closer to the right job. Now there was a time Dr. Adu was rounding us up on this on our internship. He said, if the 51 or the 51st job is going to be yours, don't mind the rejection for the next 50 jobs that they're going to say no, no, no. If the 51 is going to, so I think that word kept on ringing in my memory, in my head. I've received several no's that, sorry, we cannot follow, we cannot you are not being selected, sorry, we are very sorry, unfortunately, we have so many candidates, and so there's no problem. Once I receive that on my email, I delete it immediately. I said, that's not my portion. That means I'm very closer to my job. So every rejection, brought me closer to the right job, and by helping me to grow and have a better understanding what the employers and the hiring managers are looking for. So the key is just keep learning. I told you earlier on that after my internship, I had to go back to the entry level cybersecurity classes to just listen to them over and over. I just play them and relax and be listening to them and be listening to what doctor is saying step by step. So keep applying, don't give up. Resilient pays off at the end, it pays off for $1 per hour, $60 per hour, $65 per hour. And I was excited, not knowing that, the rejection was a blessing in disguise. So disappointment can be a blessing in disguise, I'm telling you. But don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on whatsoever you are doing. Even though you are alone, reach out to your team members. I reach out to Francie, reach out to Stanley, reach out to James, reach out to Dotun, just to know what's going on. Charlotte, reach out to my team members just to know, Frank, what's going on. Are you applying? And so that's just keep on, make sure you are positive, change anything. I've attended interview that's supposed to be 1 hour in the for 15 minutes. They said, thank you, Matthew, thank you, bye, all right, bye. 15 minutes to the interview. So don't give up. It's just that your best is yet to come, so don't give up on yourself.
All right, Matthew. Thank you for that words of encouragement. So there are, I think, 2 or 3 questions in here, and then we are going to be wrapping up. Abraham was asking if this is your very first ever role, cybersecurity role, and I think you
Yes.
spoke to that earlier, which is a yes. If
Yes, yeah.
yes, okay. Cybersecurity certifications in the past. Okay, so Abraham is asking if your cybersecurity certifications contributed in you landing this role. Did they ask you about any certifications during the interview?
No, not at all. Not at all. Till now, I've done my drug test. I've done my background check. I've set up my password, my login in, my job, everything. I've set up everything. Though I'm resuming on the 18th of this month. But they didn't even ask about certification at all.
Okay, so I think that will answer the question for most folks.
Yeah.
So, and then I think also on YouTube, how long did it take to hear back from the recruiter, from them after the recruiter called, from Ernest?
Okay. So each company differs, right? So the way they respond, because I've done, doctor, I have not told you, but I have 2 jobs now, 2 offers.
Okay.
So, so I have to. Yeah, I just received an offer yesterday evening for another job, but but what happened is that some jobs they will call you because they don't want you to start thinking otherwise. They will call you after 2 hours, or because it takes time for them to deliberate which candidates they want to hire. So it will take time for some firms. For mine was just 2 hours after my interview. They just called me and said, "Oh, they will be giving the job. Congratulations." And so, but the second job I've gotten now, and which happens to be a senior role, um, it took them how many hours? It took them one day, you know. Why? But they reached out to me to tell me that that one day was not in vain. That one day was the fact that two director they were present for that senior role that I got, and two other directors were not around during my interview. I had is like 8 of them were interviewing me at the same time for the final role for a senior role. So, but though just the one I got first, actually they pay more than the senior role. That's how sometimes it looks like.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Matt. So,
Mm.
maybe when Matt has time, he'll probably walk us through the second offer as well. And maybe probably that came a bit, late, so he didn't mention
Late,
that
yes. I
until
didn't
now.
mention that.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and I think there was also a question in here. At what point, this is from Bismarck. At
Mm.
what point did you start working on these certifications? And also, so just to add to that, Bismarck, so we have the mainstream certifications, right? Like Security
Yeah.
Plus, Security Analyst, CISSP, CISA, and then we have the other ones that if you take a short course with maybe Fortnite or Palo Alto, you receive a certification also as well. So those, I mean, you can take a course on their websites and stuff and get those. That is also part of the learning. So if you are asking about certifications in general, mostly when we say certifications, we are referring to the traditional ones, right? Now, the other ones that you can get from different, companies and different software companies for taking, learning about their software and others, and that also counts. But really, when we talk about the mainstream, is the traditional ones that you get through Pearson View, right? You have to sit for the Pearson View exams and the others, right? So you can answer that, Matt. At what time did you start working on these certifications?
Now, when you thank you, Doctor. So when you look at the classes on the entry level cybersecurity course, you discover that when Doctor started the introduction from the beginning. So there was a section I took. It took us through each the importance of certification and each certifications and what it means. So That's when I started working on my certifications. So I started working on my first cybersecurity certifications early in my career. So before I had this job. So I began with the fundamentals certifications like the Security Plus, just to build a basic knowledge. Then I gained more experience, and then I pursued specific certifications like the Palo Alto, the Cisco, just for my own part, because I just then I started looking at ISO 2700 certifications. Then I also took AWS certifications too. Yeah,
Okay,
alongside.
thank you. And I think Mike, you had your hand up. Mike will ask the last question and then we'll wrap it up. Kindly go ahead, Mike.
Thank you, Dr. Edu. Well, actually, I just wanted to corroborate a few of the things that he said with regards to, just applying for jobs that you think you are not you don't have all that it takes to do it. But once you do the application and you get a call, you just have to dig in and, kind of do more research into the job responsibilities, and then that can help you through the interview. I did that, and it did help me a lot. And the other one that he also mentioned is that the final interview that he was supposed to be a behavioral ended up being technical. That was also true. So that's practice at any, just have to be ready. It was supposed to be behavioral or soft skills, and he came in like, "Hey Mike, today we want to test your technical skills as well." And then he started throwing in technical questions. I didn't get a job, but it actually gave me some eye openers. So I was just trying to corroborate that statement from him.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. So that, should tell you should always be on your guard, right? There's nothing like, it's going to be a non-technical, so just soft skills, but, prepare for both. And that's why mostly when we do job placement, even if it's just your first, take with the recruiter, you have to go in, well prepared. Like that is your third or fourth interview, right? Because you never know. You probably will go to that and that will be the only interview and they are going to give you the role or not, right? So don't every single opportunity you get for an interview, don't underestimate it. Don't think you are just going to, half prepare and just go there and use that for you might never know. Maybe that is the role that you actually have to, get. So we appreciate your time, Matt, and it's a great honor to have you, and I'm really proud of you. So is everybody, your teammate from the GRC internship and workshop group. They are also very proud of you. Now, I think there was a last question in here. Somebody was asking what is the job title of your second role?
Oh, senior security engineer.
Okay. So on that note, we are wrapping up. But many thanks and congratulations to Matt and for everybody, Osen, for your questions and everybody who contributed to this. We appreciate everybody's time. Now, if you're looking to break into the security space, the links we posted all the links. Start with our free cybersecurity for beginners course to get you some warm and fuzzy, and then you can look into joining the cybersecurity entry level course. And for folks looking to, if you're already in the security space, you are looking to get some more hands-on working on different projects, to build that confidence on the job. And some people are also able to wiggle their way through and get a job without knowing anything. For those people, your refuge is the GRC internship and workshop. Run to it, right? That is going to help you on the job. Don't wait and get fired before you come looking for that, right? So I appreciate everybody's time. We're running up for tonight. We are going to meet next week, same time, and have a great and wonderful and safe weekend. Thank you, Matt. Congratulations once again. And we are going to meet same time for another edition of Cyber Chat. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening.
You too. Thanks.
Good night.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Dr.